What is up? What's up, everybody? This is Mike, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Inc. I'm Rick the Mike. I'm joined by my tag partner, Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And today we have NXT Deadline to cover, what we remember of last week's Week in Wrestling. But first, we have our Wrestling Retrospect, and we picked Thunder Rosa. My first match of Thunder Rosa will be Shanti Blackheart versus Thunder Rosa. This was in Victoria, Texas, 1/7/2017 in TWF. I think this is a federation that she also helps develops with her husband. So that's good to know. They have a great match. They go back and forth. Shanti is crazy, and she does a lot of shit that is crazy. But the reason why I picked this one in particular because it had crowd participation, as in the crowd held Shanti back, and while Thunder Rosa chopped the shit out of her. It was a good back and forth. Thunder Rosa did finish her with this hanging bomb that she made her spin, and then did a bomb behind her, and that's how she won this match. So that would be my first match.
Okay, my first one is most recent one is Haley Cameron and Thunder Rosa versus,
Those are great.
and, and I had to pick this one, but it says definitely not Harley Cameron. It's Harley Graham.
Yes.
She has to do that more often. So this one is Harley Cameron as hologram, which is like they should have never stopped doing that at AEW. The mystery of who is hologram,
Yeah.
just so they can have more people as hologram. Uh, the match itself was actually pretty good, but it was more funny because the way the commentary reacted every time she took the mask off.
Yeah.
He said, I definitely was not expecting it to be her. And then it does it again. And then he goes, the surprise never wears off. So yeah, it was pretty good. Rosa still beats her up.
Yeah.
And does I think it's the Thunder Bomb is what it's called, a special.
Yeah.
The one where she did the devil smile from
Mhm.
between somebody's butt cheeks that one time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and she wins the match.
Angela Garcia, I think it was her, because every time that gets posted, she's like, "Hey, look at my butt."
Okay.
And then she'll get memed with it a lot afterwards. Um, I had to do this one as well because this what kind of started going into the Harley Graham one is the Day of the Dead match on Collision. Probably one of my favorite things of any AEW lately has been Harley Cameron and her promos. So if you to have context of this match, start with her promos with Thunder Rosa, and it builds up from there, and it's fucking hilarious. This was actually a pretty good hardcore match, and there was times that you actually thought that Harley Cameron was actually gonna win, but she tends to fail, and Thunder Rosa did win. She did the bomb on a table and took the pin. Um, Harley Cameron loses again, but this time she was the wrath of Harley with the butterfly makeup on her face. It was actually pretty cool. But the lead up to it was hilarious, and that actually made me want to watch Collision for this match. So, definitely check out also the shout outs to Mina and her. Unless you picked that one, then you could talk about it more.
No, 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 I did not pick that
Okay,
one.
yeah. But this is for Harley Cameron, so this is why this is not for Harley Cameron. But if we do a Harley Cameron one, that would probably be my number one match. But
Hmm.
alright, yeah, that was a really fun match though. Definitely check it out. So Harley Cameron got two matches in this. Well,
And speaking
hologram
of,
and Harley Cameron.
yeah, that's a different person,
Yeah, yeah,
completely
yeah.
different person.
It's like Sammy.
Uh,
Go ahead.
no, he says like who, Sammy?
Sami Zayn and El Generico. You think it's the same guy, but nah, it's two
Oh
different
yeah,
people.
one of those guys died in a fire,
Yeah.
so it's okay. Saving kids, I heard. So we'll never see him again. The second one I picked is the lady whose butt cheeks Rosa was smiling from. Different match though. Alex Garcia versus Thunder Rosa. This one is super indie. It says it's on the Deep Shadows Entertainment YouTube. I don't know if you want to go to that page. Is posted September 2nd, 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a pandemic match. Um, this was Rosa as NWA champion.
Nice.
Nice. So you can see that, and you could, if you could picture the gear she had on, it's like that set of Thunder Rosa gear. Alex Gracia, I think she just started with AEW, like
Okay.
doing appearances. Because I believe this was when Daily's Place was happening. Like 2020 was when it started, right? The Daily's Place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this one it seems to be like in a, well, I don't know if it's a an armory or like an airfield. Like it's huge, the venue they're in. But as far as the match goes, it's pretty standard. The one thing I will say is that I don't know if it was story like in NWA or something, but Rosa was extremely aggressive in this match.
Yeah.
Like just mean, just doing all types of mean submissions and stuff. But as hard as Gracia fights, she does not get the win, and she does go down to the same move that we know the picture from. So 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
She can't escape. She can't escape.
No. There's a chance that how many times she have taken that bomb.
Exactly.
My last one is Chris Statlander versus Thunder Rosa. This was featured match on Friday. This is Title Match Wrestling Network. That's Wrestling Inc. is the YouTube page. It is let's see if it has the date is 2019, November 12th, 2019. This Thunder Rosa versus Chris Statlander. So this is before AEW. Statlander? No, Statlander started in AEW in 2019. So, um, Thunder Rosa finishes with a backstomp and actually takes the win off this match. But it was a good back and forth. Again, early Chris Statlander shows a lot of power though for her young self, and a lot of good offense in that match as well. But Thunder Rosa finds a way to win. So there you go. That's my last one.
And the last one I have is Donna Rosa versus Holly Dead. And I believe that is her, when she does tag, that is her tag team partner.
Okay.
And this one, I believe, is also 4 years ago, it says, on Title Match Wrestling. Uh, it's an interesting match because it's a no, because it's a straight up pandemic match also.
Yeah.
No commentary, and you can hear them talking in the ring. So I guess they know that, and Holiday is I don't know if that's a part of her character, but she did not stop talking trash the entire match, and it was great. And because they know each other so well, there was definitely times you could see she almost made Thunder Rosa break in the match. But it was very, very good. It was different too, because it seemed like it was in where they train at,
Yeah.
because it looks like a school. You see the posters on the wall and whatnot, and it has the little flyer for some school. I don't know whose it is, but so like this one I would recommend to watch just because it's different in the same way that the Thunderdome era type of matches were,
Nice.
except on the independent side. So check that out.
Yeah.
Rosa does win. This one is not with the Thunder Bomb. It's she catches Holly Dead with a roll up and then like ties her legs up so she can't jump out. So that's cool.
Nice. All right. We go to the weekend wrestling. We get the next person up at the end of the cast. Um, Monday Night Raw was actually eventful because we had a promo between CM Punk and Seth Rollins kicking off the show, and
He's mean.
damn, it's good. Mean.
Why Punk try to play him like that? Just saying. He didn't have to say all the stuff he said.
He didn't have to, but he did. He did without regard. But I thought it was a great back and forth between the two guys, and even Sammy getting involved was actually quite great as well. So I
Hmm.
think it built up pretty well from between them two. I think also it was a lot of Bill's story building because you had Sami Zayn also going into it. They thought about having a fight in the end of the night. You had story with Finn and Gunther. You had the celebration of the New Day, and then dumb that shit almost made me cry. How Biggie got hit play like that, but it was kind of true. But damn, they didn't do that.
They ain't have to do that to Biggie.
They
That's all
didn't do
I'm
that,
saying.
Biggie. They didn't do that, Biggie.
He deserved that.
He put them on his show. Yeah, I didn't deserve that.
Yeah,
Laser
see?
Wolf.
See? True. They made money off him.
Yeah,
That's true.
but I thought it was
Uh,
a great segment.
yeah, it was good. It was different than I think a lot of people were expecting.
Yeah, which looked like it was building to that direction, and then they kind of just like, nope, we're going this way now.
I think when Woods brought up Brock, Kofi was like, you know what, man, you right.
Yeah,
You ain't have to say it, but you right.
I think they all both. You know what? It's all Big E's fault. um, we had Liv Morgan, Raquel versus Damage Control. Also, Rhea Ripley got destroyed after that. Um, we had
She got an eye. She listen, wait. You said destroyed. How's she still alive? She got an eye into the corner of a table.
she's insane.
She should be dead. That should just kill you.
We had the first IC Championship qualifier match, well, tournament match. Dakota Kai, Katana Chance, and Shayna Baszler, and Dakota Kai advances.
And she makes the people who took her out even more angry.
Our Truth beat Pete Dunne, aka Butch.
Yeah, I don't know why Butch is. I mean, excuse me. Oh, he's coming to get me. I got. Never mind. I gotta go. Shouldn't have said that. Go
but
ahead. Go ahead.
but yeah, and Gunther, Dominic Mysterio, then Finn Balor line up destroying him after the match as well. So Monday Night Raw was a quite solid show. And last night's Raw was actually quite solid as well. So what do you give that week's following week?
I think it had strong endings, and then the promo stuff was good. So I'm gonna give it an A minus.
I'll go A. Like I think everything was really solid going into that show. NXT. We go and we have Winston Clare wins last chance Iron Survivor qualifier match.
Why they gotta do her dirty like that?
She made it.
Terrible, terrible. Don't
She
treat
made
that
it.
poor girl like that.
She made it. And the fruit cake. Yeah, I gotta stop using that fruit cake.
Listen, you can't hit Lola Vice for a free kick and get away with it.
Nope. Yeah, Miles Bourne and Travin Heights. They win the number one contender tag team battle royal. It was good.
Or, miss, I would just like to point to the pay per view or the PLE and it mentioned how they would chant RKO
Yeah.
because he looks like Randy.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
RKO Jr. over there.
We have Cameron Petrovic versus Nikita Lyons. I can still never say her name right. This had a story with Shantae kind of interfering, but also she was able to win the match.
CW drama. That's all it was.
There you go. The return of Gigi Dolan versus Izzy
Uh
Dame.
oh. Georgina.
She looked great.
Welcome back, Georgina.
She looked great. And then Eddie Thrope won the last chance survivor qualifier fatal four way.
That was a good match.
And then he died at the end of the night.
Who did it? I think it was Lexus King.
I
I
thought it
think he's
was
full of crap.
I thought it was Andre Chase, to be honest with you, and then I thought about like who I haven't seen in a while, and then I thought Oba. I was like, oh
Oh yeah, it
shit,
could have been over for me. I didn't even think about
and
that.
yeah, because this is just one person I didn't think like I even considered. I was like, where is he? Where has he been? But NXT, I'll give it a B plus. It was a good show.
The return of Georgina.
Yes,
I'm happy.
there you go. Tommy's happy too. He's gonna start watching NXT because she's back.
Okay,
That
good.
was the
There
one.
you go.
That was his reasoning of watching NXT, and then he's like,
Hmm.
"Dad, damn it, I gotta watch NXT." All for the wrong reasons, but he's gonna watch it.
There's no wrong reason. Come on.
AEW Dynamite. I will say matches were good, stories are not, and that's the big problem with AEW. I'm invested in some of the matches, but the storylines I really don't care. You had Kyle Fletcher versus Shelton Benjamin. I thought that was a great match, but
Yeah, that was very, very good.
Shelton
Very good.
lost.
Well, it made sense.
No,
I
it made
like
sense.
the way he lost and the reaction to it
Yeah,
made sense. I just hope they can keep some type of story going with that because just to have MVP blow up like that and then never use it
yeah.
again. So let's see if that does motivate Shelton to beat people.
You got the Diamond Dozen Battle Royal and Cole and O'Reilly won.
I it was all right. It wasn't that bad. It's just that the ending was hella predictable.
Yeah.
It almost felt comical. It was so predictable.
Matt Caster versus Swerve Strickland.
Well, it was what it was.
Yeah, it was
It
ass.
was ass whooping.
Yeah.
He deserved that.
Then we had Pac versus Jay White. Really good match. White
That was good.
wins.
That was very good. Very good.
Uh,
I almost wish it wasn't under these silly circumstances with the story.
yeah. I think
Cause
that's
it,
what's hurting it. The storylines are not like they're not. There's nothing to attach to storylines, and
no,
it's
but my point about that match was like I would take that even in just like a G1 context. Like
yeah,
I don't need a story, but I think adding a story to that hurts that match.
yeah. He always gonna have the outside interference and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford. It was an okay match.
That was good. I would say I'll give Ford credit is that she looks good since she came back.
Yeah,
It's just like I think if they're trying to get her in the spotlight again, she can't just be the well, she's gonna lose girl,
yeah,
because like that's what she is now, unless she cheats.
yep,
Just
yep.
saying.
And then Brody King versus Claudio. That was a really good match.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Overall AEW, I'll go a B minus. The matches were good. Again, a lot of the stories are just not sticking with me.
Yeah, I'll give it a B minus. I'm trying to think of the one story that's on the. Damn man, why am I? No, well, there was some Mina stuff.
Yeah, the
They had
Mina
the backstage thing.
Mina May thing I think is the only thing I'm interested in, to be honest with you. The women's cup is kind of convoluted of how they doing that, but I'm looking forward to the matchups because we have Willow on Collision. That was actually a good match. Willow back on TV and things like that. But other than that, like I don't care for Hook and Christian. I don't care for
Yeah, that was
yeah,
messy. I didn't like that.
yeah. Um, like I watched Rampage just to see Mina's match there. So and sadly, ROH has Matt Cardona, which they should at least had that segment on fucking Dynamite
No, but that happened oh, because that happened Dynamite. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
because it was
happened
on the same
Thursday,
show.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Thursday.
because it was on the ROH is pre-recorded with Dynamite, so it happened on that show. They just had it on ROH. I was like, you would have got more eyes on Dynamite of showing Matt Cardona on Dynamite.
True.
I'm just saying that would have changed that. And, I did not get to watch TNA, so we go to SmackDown. And SmackDown result, we had Chad Gable lay down a challenge to Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
So they did announce on that Raw, NXT, and SmackDown will be transferring people into different shows. As in, big rumors are right now that it's Gunther, Trick or Oba, and there's one or two more people that's going to SmackDown, and then
How
I
would you
think Cody's
transfer
going to
this?
Raw.
Why would they transfer the champions?
They have done it before.
I'm saying, what purpose? Because if you transfer Cody, then I guess they cutting him away from the bloodline, is what they're trying to say.
I think so.
They don't want anything like since he's already pretty much not done, but he had a make peace moment with Roman.
Yeah,
He's kind of done, and he's not beefing with Solo.
yeah. But who knows? Because we don't know what all these transfers are gonna happen, and I think they're setting up for Cody to be on the Netflix debut of Monday Night Raw.
All right, all right.
So, so that's gonna happen, which I think will give fresh eyes to a lot of people, and like Chad Gable going to SmackDown, I think it'd be a great thing. So
I mean,
hopefully,
he's still gonna be on the same show as Gunther,
yeah, that is true.
but he's a bad guy, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. Because I still think the best stuff he was doing when he was chasing Gunther.
Yeah. We got the United States Championship tournament. We got Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Electra Lopez. Good match.
Yeah, it was a solid match. Good to see Electric Lopez in the ring.
And Tiffany wins.
How could she lose? She had the hometown superpower.
Yep, yep. And I still think Naomi is the one that beat up Jay Garkill. I'm just saying.
You think so?
I
I think I think it was Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. I don't like the spotlight you getting.
Oh, I heard what you said about me.
Bianca Belair. There was a little story backstage between these two of Chelsea Green and Piper talking shit
That
to
was pretty
Bianca
funny.
Belair.
That was
This led to a
really
match.
funny. I'm just saying, even if she doesn't have a match, she's still one of the best parts of the show.
Yeah. And then she got KO'd.
Hilarious.
Evans got KO'd on top of Chelsea Green at the end of the match.
That's pretty bananas.
Yeah,
Also that Saito suplex that Piper never did was kind of nasty.
yeah,
Just saying.
yeah, it was. LA Knight demands a rematch. It's since with Nakamura. Then the Bloodline attacks LA Knight and Andrade, and they were like, "Oh hell no!" to Nakamura.
You don't want none of that.
They're like, "Nah, B,
Kill it.
nah,
Kill
B.
it.
You want to be
They
part of the Bloodline? We give you a
they
spot."
stomped him out. Stomped him out like a bug. They were like, no, no, no. We don't like those. Don't even let
Um,
it look at you.
I did like that though. I did like that he started using the mist and shit, and they're like, "Oh hell no, that motherfucker crazy."
Yeah.
Tom Tonga's like, "Yo, I felt that shit. Don't play with that." He had in New Japan flashbacks. He's like, "Nah, B, you don't fuck with that." I did like that though. It made Nakamura kind of fucking like scary, and then I'm digging it. I'm digging the whole setup with Nakamura.
hmm
And our main event. Well, not our main event. Right before that, we had the tag team championship match. You had DIY with a little um, cheating involved and taking tag team titles off from Motor City Machine Guns.
I thought it was a great match, and I think the twist to how the story has evolved is good.
Me too. Um,
Because Johnny is the ultimate babyface guy, but what that also means that he can lie to your face and you believe him,
yep, yep.
and that's what he did. So,
And our new tag champs, DIY. I like it. I like how they did that.
yeah,
And our main event was Cody Rhodes versus Chad Gable. Incredible match. Cody Rhodes win. Cody Rhodes win, but there was a brawl with Kevin Owens and him attacking his leg.
He's evil.
I'm just saying.
That was a great match. Chad Gable is ready. That's all I'm saying. I don't know who, I don't know when, but he's ready.
Yeah.
But KO was evil. I don't care if he's right, he's still evil. You could be right and still be an evil person.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I did watch Collision because Mina had a match. It had some good matches though. You had Darby and Commander. That was actually pretty solid actually. You had Willow versus Deebs. That was a really strong women's match. You had Kyle Fletcher, Okada. Fletcher
Oh
wins
damn.
clean.
Really? Really? Was
Actually, no,
it
he
a
did
part
not
of the
win clean.
tournament?
He did not win clean. This was actually a complaint I had to the ending. The ref clearly saw him get kicked in the balls.
Uh, I got you.
Um, so there was a promo in the beginning that Orange Cassidy said, "Over my dead body, I won't not stop going for the world title." And Moxley was like, "Bet." So the so the crew grabbed him and tried to put cleaning supplies down his throat, and FTR stopped it.
They got to get fined or something for that.
So this is my gripe with it. I get it, whatever. But how is it? Is it this dude Christopher Daniels, your GM, or
I don't know
where's
what
your
he is.
authority people allowing the motherfucker almost got murdered? As in, he took someone's maintenance dude's disinfectant. It was gonna pour it down Orange Cassidy's throat like it was nothing. Like honestly, if he would have done it and he would have been dying, I think Moxley would have had a burger.
True that.
So I'm just saying, like, if you have these people to be the forces, where are they when shit like this happens? I don't know.
Yep.
Khan didn't mention that they're gonna get fined. That Khan didn't do none of that. So it kind of annoyed me with that. But I found it funny because the way I described it to Josh. Josh was like, "What the fuck? Like, did this happen?" I was like, "Yeah, it happened." I was like, Orange Cassidy was calling Mox. He was bluffing, and Mox wasn't bluffing. He was like, "I'm gonna kill you then. All right, let's go."
Yeah.
It made me laugh, but again, there's still a lot of fucking shit in that story. It kind of annoys me, but anyway. You got the Beast Mortals squashes somebody, and then you have Mina Shikara versus Emi Sakura, and she chopped the living shit out of Mina, and her boob was red. Looked painful. And the main event was Daniel Garcia versus Mark Briscoe. They actually had a really good match, so I'll go Collision. I'll give a solid B plus to Collision. The matches were extremely solid. The promos they had there was solid. The Moxie shit almost had me laughing, so I had to give it credit just because it made me laugh because I didn't expect him to try to kill him with this effect. But go on Malaya. He was like, "Fuck you." All right, bet. So there he goes. I still say Cardona should have been on Dynamite. Yeah, I fucking missed that.
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
mad about that. But Collision was better than Dynamite. I'll say that. Okada Fletcher was a really good match, but again, that end, the referee clearly, straight up saw that he got kicked in the balls. The commentator even said it. Low blow. Ref right in front of ref. So that's what bothered me. All right, we go to NXT Deadline and we kick off with the Iron Survivor men's match, and we had Javon
So,
Evans, Wesley, Frazier, Page, and Oba Femi. As you can
and
see
he
the
was a
picture of the
surprise.
podcast. It's him squishing his face on the penalty box.
Surprise entrance.
It was a fun match.
Yeah, it was. It was very good. Um, I think it had everything for everyone. It had a little bit of comedy in it. It had the hard hits. I mean, it didn't have hardcore stuff, but it just had Oberfemi destroying people, which is what you want when he's out there. It was pretty good.
The penalty box with Oba and Ethan Page was fucking classic.
Yep. Yep.
Um, what do you give it?
I'll give it 4.25. I'm bordering on 4.5. Uh, it was just really good. Like everybody shined in the match. Like you almost thought um he's bouncy was gonna take it.
Yeah.
Like he could have caught up at the end.
Yeah.
Have they had the sudden death?
Yeah, I think
Was
what
there
the
one?
first one.
The first one, okay. So yeah, I thought they were going there. Like, what not? What not?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good.
Good. I'll go 4-5. I thought the whole penalty box shit brought my score up, and then Obafemi being in the match, and their reaction to Obafemi being in the match, they were like, "Oh fuck." Every single one of their faces was like, "Fuck." I also liked Nathan Frazier's after the match when he met up with XCM. He was like, "Obafemi," you see him all fucking bloodied up and shit. He's like, "Who knew?"
Yeah, no, he got messed up.
He worked double time too. He was
He got run over by a car.
yeah. We got NXT Underground match: Lola Vice versus Jada Parker.
That was a solid match. I think it did well to go all the places it went.
Yeah.
But again, I know they want to be fair and do certain things to people to boost people.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're gonna give people certain like wins and things, then they have to be a tier above. Like this is my problem kind of with NXT, kind of with wrestling right now. Like there's no Oscar.
Yeah.
There's no we just lost over for me being the
Yeah.
monster.
Because he
Like he
lost. Yeah.
lost. It's like there's no they end those things too. There's no Gunther undefeated. You know what I mean?
Shit.
They
We
keep ending
twice
these
six
things
last
too.
night.
There's no Roman Reigns. You know, with just going on a tear and never losing because he cheats. Well, I'm just saying, like they know how to do it.
Yeah.
It just seems like they're scared to do it with somebody else again. Like I need somebody who's got the skills to be like a badass. Like Lola Vice should only lose if you cheat. Like
Yeah.
hands wise, like again, that's what makes the character. So I thought her having such an issue in this underground match just didn't look good for her character
Yeah.
or the way
Because
they
she's supposed
portray
to be
her.
this fighter. Like you had Shayna Baszler
She
and
beat
that
Shayna.
made
That's what
sense.
I'm saying. If you beat Shayna, that's a tier under Oscar in
Yeah.
my book. That's all I'm saying. So when you do that, that's putting like a big amount of value on a person. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Where
That's
you
all
give
I'm
it?
saying. 3.5.
3-5. I'll go 3.75. I thought they worked hard for that match, at least. Um, Tag Team Championship match. We have Frazier and Axiom versus Mild Bourne and Trevor Heights.
That was good.
That was really good.
This was I think this might have been damn near my favorite matches of the night. This one is getting a 5 from me.
Nice.
Like beat up Nathan Frazier and Axiom. They're like the measuring stick for tag teams.
Yeah.
Like if you fight them and you can't make the match look good, there's something wrong with you.
And then the no card
Like, cause
catch crew is crazy. They did some crazy shit too.
that's what I'm saying. Like they showed that they're ready. Cause goddamn, man, like both of them are good, but I think was it?
Heights.
I think Vic mentioned it on commentary about him going to Japan
Yeah.
and like that being the thing that he needed. Cause yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, man. Good match. I'll go 4.75. It was like one of my favorite matches. NXT Championship match: Trick Williams versus Ridge Holland.
This one, I think after everything that happened tonight, if I think it was in a bad spot, not being like first or I don't know, just because there was too much excitement on the previous matches and spectacle. This one just felt way too normal,
Yeah.
so it just didn't hit me as it should have. And I think they should have. I think Trick should have lost.
Mm.
I think Trick should
Um.
have lost. I'm just saying. I think they did enough work with what's his name,
Right, Ridge Holland. I
with
think so too.
Ridge. Yeah.
I
So I'm
had
gonna go 3.75.
3.75. I go 3.5 at this, and just in general, like I agree with what you're saying. Like I felt like this was just added, like an additional match, just championship. You had to put this first, or you had to put it last. You couldn't just have that as a regular match. And then how the storyline built too. It didn't feel like it was so important.
Mhm.
So if
Mhm.
and that match, I think fell a little flat in the ring, but I thought it was solid. But again, I feel like again there was a lot better stuff around it, and this was like just the regular ass shit kind of thing. Um, and the main event, Iron Survivor Challenge. Yeah, Julia Sinclair, um, Roca, Zarya, and Stephanie Valkyr in the end. I think this was my
This
match of the
one,
night.
yeah, this one's my match tonight. I'm giving it a 5, and I think it was just it had all the same things that the men's had, but it was just I think I felt it was paced a little bit better. Because me personally, again, I'm a Ren Sinclair fan. I think the beginning of the match was actually pretty good. Of those two just having like a really solid fundamentals match in the beginning. I'm like,
Yeah,
this is just like a class right now. What's going on?
it showed that that win could be should be there.
Yeah, yeah. But then it went into everybody just being a step above her and how she just got her ass kicked into
Yeah,
the match. She was losing it. And then basically, but you see what that did? It made the fans like in attendance go nuts,
yeah.
like cheering for her. And then so when she finally got one, they went crazy. So again, it's things like that working the way it does, and like, of course, it's predictable, but when you see it work with live fans, it's like, oh damn, that's the magic of it. So it was good.
I like the
Like, all the
fact
stuff was
that
good.
Julia and Valkyra teased so much that they were going to fight and beat the shit out of each other, and they kept getting interrupted too.
Hmm.
And I think that's
Hmm.
something that you tease because that crowd really wanted it. So keep teasing it, and then you're gonna get it soon.
And they didn't
Um,
forget Zarya because she pinned
Zarya's
Julia.
fucking badass too. I think everyone had a good spot in this match. I think everyone played their part, and everyone did great. Like that freaking flippy shit with Sol she cleaned that
Yeah,
on her
she
feet.
hit the Gray Sasuke special.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, that's a 5 for me. That was probably the best women's match this week. Period. So, NXT is killing it with the women's division. So hopefully it gets built on more. It's Julia and
Maybe
Roxanne.
next time. Maybe next time Jordan will be in the match.
Maybe. Julia Roxanne for New Year's Evil. So
Yeah, sure.
there you go. Roxanne, Julia said at the end of the match, Roxanne, I'll see you soon. So we good to go. Other than that, that'll be our weekend wrestling podcast you listen to. Uh, CCV had I listened to the Bobby Lashley one. That was actually pretty good.
Okay, good stuff.
He had Bobby Lashley. He had a repeat on today, and I think next week he's gonna be a repeat. 'Cause I think he's about to have his other kid. So, but he did have Bobby Lashley and Josh Alexander last week. They both were really good conversations. And shout outs to Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. They did the toy drive this weekend, so hopefully everything went good with that. And yeah, stay tuned with this. It's up Matt Cardona being on AEW too, so definitely check that out. And last but not least, our wrestling retrospect, and use your pick. Who you got?
You know what? Uh, let's go to somebody a little different. I'm gonna pick the. I don't want to go too obscure because it might be too hard to find his matches. Did we do Taco?
Taka Michinoku.
Yeah.
Uh, I feel we had no,
No.
no. We did a Tommy. We didn't do him.
Oh. Oh. Okay. All right. So let's do Taco Mishioka.
Nice. He has some good ones. He has some good ones in Japan too.
Got some good ones now.
Yeah, he's still wrestling. Yeah, I forget. All right, that's a wrap. Just thank you for listening to the Wrestling Babble. I am Mark with the Mic. You follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch, and TikTok, or Mark with the Mic. Follow my TikTok. Probably around 4 o'clock. Me and Lil Steven gonna play some Power Rangers Reader Rewind on Twitch, so definitely check that out. And follow Recycle Link.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. Recycle Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That is YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and we got a WordPress. So check it out.
All right, peace out, laters, and always remember follow